The match we were all expecting has been announced, a triple threat match at WrestleMania, the main event, Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, Edge. We're going to get into it in just a second, so stay tuned. This is your SmackDown review. What's up, Maniacs? My name is Mex. I'm a wrestling fan, a wrestling enthusiast, WrestleManiac, if you will. And today we are talking about SmackDown. Really fun little show. We're kind of getting a few more matches confirmed, and I'm very happy at the matches that have been confirmed, to be completely honest to you. So I am looking forward to WrestleMania just a bit more. I'm going to go through it in just a second, so stay right here. And in case you didn't know, right here at WrestleManiac UK, I discuss all things WWE and AEW. So if this sounds like the place for you, make sure you hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell so you get notified each and every time I drop a new video. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get into this SmackDown review. The show opened up with Daniel Bryan. He came down to the ring and he had a proposal to still get his way into the WrestleMania Universal Championship match. He said he was going to earn his way into this match. However, how do you earn your way into the Universal Championship match? By having a Universal Championship match, because he was still pretty much lobbying to take on Roman Reigns on the night and see, if he can become the champion, and then go into WrestleMania. I think what he was trying to get at was that he wants to earn his way by winning the Universal Championship into the main event of WrestleMania, but it's not what he said. So just a little thing there. And he did kind of stumble on his words. I guess it's the passion. I'm not putting it down to nerves or anything. Daniel Bryan is too good. So yeah, I guess it was the passion of trying to deliver his words and all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, he said he's not leaving the ring until he gets what he wants. He took out the steel chair that Edge hit him with at Fastlane, and he sat down in the middle of the ring. Went on commercial break, came back. Daniel Bryan was still sitting there, and then we saw Adam Pearce eventually come out, and Adam Pearce said, "You know what? That you can't kind of just try and commandeer and take over the whole show like this." And Daniel Bryan said that, how is it fair that Roman Reigns can't have a match before WrestleMania? And he gave alternatives. He said, maybe night one he has a match, and then night two he defends it again or something like that. He had some alternatives. Adam Pearce said it's not fair. Daniel Bryan said that how is it fair for me to fight an elimination chamber, and then this guy comes out straight afterwards and I have to fight a match again? So he raised some good points. Eventually, Edge came out, and Edge came past Adam Pearce and joined Daniel Bryan in the ring. And Edge again was basically saying that, you're trying to push your way and force your way into this. This is my opportunity. I earned it, and he called Daniel Bryan a son of a bitch, and Daniel Bryan just lost it, attacked Edge. And these two kind of scrapped for a bit before Edge got back to his feet, hit Daniel Bryan with a spear. I think he hit him with a chair in this first instance as well. So I think Edge is definitely not a face anymore. Like, surely, he's a tweener at the very least. This is the Edge that we needed. This Edge has edge, if you like. This is what we needed to kind of set this kind of a light. He's been on the fence for a bit too long. Daniel Bryan, like I've been saying, has more or less saved this feud, in my opinion. So yeah, the segment ended like this, and I guess later on we're going to find out how Adam Pearce, dealt with this. So yeah, Daniel Bryan causing a lot of ruckus to start off the show. Next up, we went into we saw a backstage skit of Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, and Paul Heyman all backstage, and Roman Reigns basically told Jey Uso and Paul Heyman to go get Adam Pearce, which they did. And Roman Reigns told Jey Uso, use force if you have to. Next up, the next match on the night, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Seth Rollins. A rematch from Fastlane. Very decent match. There's nothing to really kind of go over. Same kind of match they spat out at Fastlane in terms of quality. Very interesting to see the similarities between Shinsuke's gear and Seth Rollins' gear. I don't know why they're both wearing red and black. I didn't have an issue with it, to be honest, but I just thought, one of them might wear something different, aka Seth Rollins. But hey, Seth Rollins won in the end with a curb stomp, and after the match he continued to lay a beat down on Shinsuke Nakamura, Cesaro returns. We haven't seen Cesaro maybe a couple of weeks now, given the beatdown that Seth Rollins gave him. So Cesaro returned, and he came and just was beating up Seth Rollins, getting Seth Rollins off his old friend Shinsuke Nakamura, before Seth Rollins kind of scurried away when Cesaro went to lock in the swing, and he ran up the ramp. Later on in the night, we would see Seth Rollins backstage. He had a little interview segment where he challenged Cesaro to a match at WrestleMania. You know, if you want to get your hands on me so much, let's do this on the biggest stage. Blah blah blah. In the middle of the interview, you just see a crazy irate Cesaro just run into the interview, slam Seth Rollins against some road cases, and give him the swing in just the backstage area. Like, it was crazy. You could tell like things had been cleared for the swing, but like it was awesome. Like, gave him a swing and accepted the challenge of the match. So we are getting Seth Rollins versus Cesaro at WrestleMania. I'm just happy for Cesaro, happy for Rollins. You know, this is one of two matches that made me really happy to be announced on the night. Obviously, for those that know, Seth Rollins and Cesaro go way, way back, like way back. So, you know, Ring of Honor days we're talking here. So, just an incredible opportunity. You know, Seth Rollins isn't new to a singles match at WrestleMania, but Cesaro is. And yeah, I'm just really happy that Cesaro gets this opportunity, and we're gonna have an incredible match, I think. And I think that Cesaro is gonna win, which is, you know, even more better. Priv TV, what's up, bro? I hope you're doing well. It's nice and early in the UK for the SmackDown review. I'm guessing it's even earlier where you are. So thanks for joining us. So yeah, Cesaro, Seth Rollins confirmed and announced for WrestleMania. Absolutely incredible. Next up on the show, we had Big E teaming with the Street Profits to take on Apollo Crews, Otis, and Chad Gable. So obviously, I guess the main story, well, two stories being told here: the story of Big E and Apollo for the Intercontinental Championship, and then obviously Street Profits, Otis and Chad Gable are still kind of jockeying for position for number one contendership for the tag team championships. Pretty decent match, fun match with all the guys involved here. Um, I think what was important was for Apollo to not walk out of this match looking like a chump. He's lost, as we all know, so many times to Big E. He did not lose again on this night, though. He actually gave Big E an Olympic slam, pinned Big E, and I guess the beginning of the road to redemption. Before the match took place, it was announced that we're gonna get Big E versus Apollo for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. So another pretty big match. I think that's gonna be on night 2, they said. But yeah, Apollo getting a win over Big E here, it was necessary. I guess for the next 2 weeks, you keep these guys away from each other in a match capacity. Maybe you get backstage interviews or a little, you know, rumble here and there, but no matches between these two. I'm still very much saying that Apollo Crews has to win at WrestleMania. How many times can the guy lose? He's got to win at WrestleMania just to make things make sense, I think. And if he doesn't win, it's like, what's the point in it? If he doesn't win, like, what has been the point in all of this? We don't want another Carmella situation. I can only compare it to Carmella. I know I keep doing it, but you know, Carmella was built up, fed to Sasha Banks on 3 or 4 occasions, and we don't even see Carmella anymore. So we don't need that kind of occasion here for Apollo Crews. He has to get the win over Big E, and I know that's going to interrupt Big E's singles push, as you like, but it only kind of makes sense for the story. It's the natural progression of the story. So that's kind of what I'm expecting to happen. But you know, WrestleMania predictions are going to be a thing on this channel very, very soon. So look out for that. Before we get into a little talk show segment, which didn't really get off the ground, if I'm completely honest, guys, please, if you're watching, remember to hit the like button, smash the like button. In fact, it does loads for the channel. I thoroughly appreciate it every time you guys do, and it just lets more people see the videos that we're putting out here at WrestleManiac UK. So please, if you haven't already, smash the like button. Thank you very much. Next up, we had a KO show segment. and the special guest was Sami Zayn. I think Kevin Owens was looking for some type of apology for Sami Zayn's haluva kick, and a hell of a haluva kick to Kevin Owens last week when he was on commentary. Sami Zayn just came down talking about his conspiracy theory documentary that he's been making. He went on to say that Logan Paul, YouTube star Logan Paul, is going to be on SmackDown next week for the premiere of the trailer of the conspiracy theory documentary. Kevin Owens just didn't care at all. Kevin Owens had challenged Sami Zayn to a one-on-one match at WrestleMania, and he pretty much backed Sami Zayn into a corner to accept the challenge, which Sami Zayn did accept. We saw Kevin Owens give Sami Zayn a stunner. Sami Zayn was left laying. Again, another match I am so much looking forward to at WrestleMania. These two guys go way, like I was saying that Cesaro and Seth Rollins go all the way back. These two go further back than that. And I'm sure everyone knows this one and knows their friendship and rivalry as it has been for many, many years, even before WWE. Just incredible spot for these guys. You know, this will feel like the main event to them. I'm sure of it, because this is, you know, when you come up with someone, this is the kind of stuff you want to do. Like, oh, imagine if we could go up against each other at WrestleMania. So, yeah, incredible. I'm just so happy for these two. I'm happy for Rollins and Cesaro. And it's funny, the matches I'm kind of most looking forward to at WrestleMania, they haven't been like super story driven. It's just been, you know, guys that deserve it, guys that are gonna put on a great match. So yeah, really, really looking forward to this. See, look what happens when we're not relying on, you know, loads of part-timers and legends to come in and give us matches, 5-minute matches at that. So yeah, really good stuff here. And Logan Paul on SmackDown next week, gonna be interesting. We'll see how that one plans out. Next up on the show, we had Bianca Belair versus Natalya. I wish this match was given more time. I do like Natalya, and I mean, you know, definitely in the ring, I like Natalya. Obviously, I'm very invested in Bianca Belair and her progression. This match was going pretty well until I think it was Bianca Belair that was going up to the top rope. Sasha Banks' music hits. Sasha Banks comes out, kind of distracts Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair gets off the top rope and onto the apron, and we saw Tamina get on top of the apron. Obviously, she's rolling with Natalya right now. Delivered a super kick to Bianca Belair to distract her. Sasha Banks mocked her a bit. Sasha Banks then made her way onto commentary. Bianca Belair and Natalya continued their match. And just before the finish, we saw Bianca Belair roll out the ring. Sasha Banks kind of came off commentary, was running her mouth again at Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair gave her an even hotter slap than Sasha Banks gave Bianca Belair at Fastlane, to the point where Sasha Banks sold it so well, fell on the ground, her rings came off her hand, flew over the barricade. Like, it was absolutely crazy. Bianca Belair rolled back into the ring, gave Natalya a KOD, the kiss of death, and pinned Natalya. Right decision. Obviously, Bianca Belair is going to have a women's championship match at WrestleMania. This wasn't it though. Sasha Banks came back into the ring, gave Bianca Belair a backstabber, and yeah, kind of posed and all of that kind of stuff. Finally, we are getting something that resembles like a bit of a feud, a bit of tension between Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks. It's taken far too long to get to this point. They could have been telling this since the first week of February, after Bianca Belair, you know, won the Royal Rumble. Yes, they're gonna have to kind of take their time with the story. They had a lot of time to fill, but they've taken a bit too long to get to this point, in my opinion. But we're here now. We've got 2 more SmackDowns until WrestleMania. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in the next 2 weeks. And I do think, like I've said before, Sasha Banks is gonna retain. You know, I think there is just not enough here right now for me to agree that Bianca Belair is gonna win this match. But I guess we will see. We will see once it's all said and done. But especially the fact she's calling her a rookie, you're a rookie. Maybe Bianca Belair is getting the upper hand at WrestleMania, and Sasha Banks has to do something outlandish and outrageous to win the match. cheat to win, uses Reginald somehow. I think Reginald still has a part to play here. And she had to cheat to beat the rookie. I think that might be a good story to tell. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to their WrestleMania match. Despite how the story has been up and down, I do think we're going to get a terrific match from these ladies. GG up in the chat. Good morning, my bro. Hope you're well. He said he's tuning in so I can catch up on SmackDown while he gets ready to head to work. Have a good day, bro. Hope you have a good day at work. Let's crack on. Let us crack on. Next up on the show, we had Rey Mysterio versus Dolph Ziggler. Again, a bit of an interesting match. In recent weeks, if you said we're gonna have this match, I wouldn't have cared too much. Nothing super consequential happened, because it was a singles match as well. But we did get a few good spots. We saw Rey Mysterio go to give Dolph Ziggler like a West Coast pop kind of move, but to the outside of the ring. Dolph Ziggler caught him in a powerbomb position and powerbombed him over the barricade, which I thought was a bit crazy. Dominic Mysterio went to check on his dad, was looking over the barricade. Out of nowhere, Dolph Ziggler came with a super kick and super kicked Dominic Mysterio's head off. Honestly, if you guys haven't seen this sequence, go onto WWE YouTube channel and watch it. Like, Dominic Mysterio was holding his head like, he actually got me. Like, this actually hurt. So yeah, it was pretty good. We saw Robert Roode as well get a bit involved in this match. He was at ringside supporting his tag team partner Dolph Ziggler. Rey Mysterio in the end put away Dolph Ziggler with a 619, and then from the outside, he usually gets he springboards onto the rope and then like does the West Coast pop or whatever the case is. He just literally dives from the apron outside over the top rope into like a splash onto Dolph Ziggler and put him away. So yeah, very interesting to see now Rey Mysterio's got a win over Dolph Ziggler, how they are going to factor that into the tag team title picture, the tag team division, if you like. I think it's very obvious we're getting some type of fatal four-way at WrestleMania. Rey Mysterio and his son versus Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode versus Otis and Chad Gable versus Street Profits with the tag championships on the line. Maybe in a ladder match, that'll be brilliant. I'm expecting Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio to walk away with the championships, to be completely honest. So that I think the build has been here and there, but I do think Gigi says, who do you think will be the next SmackDown tag champs? Yeah, I think it's going to be Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio. This is WrestleMania. They love a feel good story. Have father and son holding the tag championships at the I say at the end of the night as if it's going to be in the main event. But yeah, just have them there to celebrate it. And they've been doing some decent work in recent times. So yeah, I think it'll be a nice little moment for them. To be honest, when Rey Mysterio resigned his contract recently, that probably was in the contract. Knowing the kind of things he was negotiating, apparently he negotiated for Dominic Mysterio and Aaliyah to get more TV time, until Aaliyah kind of said, "Yeah, I don't really want to do this WWE stuff anymore." So yeah, tag team title picture heating up. We move on to the main event, but just before we get to the main event, I was trying to fill you in what was happening backstage. So obviously, like I said earlier, Roman Reigns had sent for Adam Pearce. He told Adam Pearce, "You get me for one match at WrestleMania." So all this Daniel Bryan two night stuff that you're talking, I'm not doing it, which I really loved. I really respected. We saw Edge walk into Roman Reigns' little den, his little lair, and Roman Reigns said, "Look, I kind of respect you for having the balls to walk in here, but what do you want?" And Edge said, "Look," Edge now turns to like opportunist Edge. Edge was basically like, "Listen, like this match is the main event between me and you. If you allow Daniel Bryan to enter this match, then I can pin Daniel Bryan and become champion. I don't even have to deal with you anymore." Edge said to Roman Reigns, "You claim you've got some stroke around here. It's time you use it. Use your stroke to make sure this is just a singles match between me and you." Really well delivered by Edge, and Edge walked out. And then we had, like I say, this segment. So in the ring was Adam Pearce along with Edge, Daniel Bryan, and Roman Reigns. And Adam Pearce was going to give his decision on what's going on. He said that Daniel Bryan had some very good points about how, he was kind of screwed. We all saw Roman tap at Fastlane. Roman had some good points that, yeah, you're only gonna wrestle one match, Roman, and I agree with that. And Edge is, of course, the Royal Rumble winner, so he should be in the match. Adam Pearce looked like he was scared to spit it out here, but he did eventually. Adam Pearce declared what we all assumed was going to happen: the triple threat match at WrestleMania. Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns versus Edge. And if you saw the cheeky smile that came across Daniel Bryan's face, it had me in stitches. Daniel Bryan with the cheeky smile, like, I got them. I got them. I really pushed their buttons. I've wormed my way into this match. And Daniel Bryan he was so proud of himself. He was so proud of himself for worming his way into this match. And good on him because he deserves to be in the main event of WrestleMania. He is one of the best wrestlers in the world. Daniel Bryan beat Roman Reigns at Fastlane. The referee didn't see it. The referee was knocked out, but we all saw it. After this, Daniel Bryan laid an attack on Edge. Edge kind of popped up. Roman Reigns, there was a Superman punch to Daniel Bryan as well. But yeah, like I say, Edge popped up. I think speared Roman Reigns. Jey Uso came down to the ring, speared Jey Uso, picked up a steel chair shots for everybody. Edge sat in the middle of the ring, just seething. The crazy, unhinged Edge is back. This is what this story needed all along. Not all this happy-go-lucky stuff and, who am I going to face at WrestleMania? Daniel Bryan, like I said, he has been the main cog in this story. This story has really taken off since Daniel Bryan's involvement. And yeah, he probably, I don't even know who wins this match at WrestleMania. The fact it's a triple threat makes me think that Roman drops the title, that maybe Edge does win. Edge can pin Daniel Bryan, or I would rather, if anyone's going to win, if Roman's not going to walk out as champion, which is what I want, then Daniel Bryan wins. I don't really want to see Edge win. But yeah, you guys let me know who you think is going to come away as Universal Champion, sorry. But yeah, massive match announced. That is going to be the main event of night 2. The main event of all main events, the main event of WrestleMania. Let's not kid ourselves. Over these 2 nights, that is the main event. But yeah, that was SmackDown, a really interesting show. Like I said, we are getting Cesaro versus Rollins. Absolutely brilliant. Can't wait for that. We are getting Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Absolutely can't wait for that. The triple threat match itself, the main event, is going to be a very, very solid match. Those guys are going to put on a really good match. I can expect that. Big E versus Apollo Crews has been confirmed. Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks is heating up. The SmackDown half of the card is in a good place. I can't lie to you. It is in a very good place. So yeah, although a lot of us aren't really looking forward to WrestleMania, we are going to get some really stellar matches between these guys. So I am looking forward to that. And let me know down below what your match you're looking forward to the most. But yeah, guys, that is your SmackDown review. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to hit the like button on your way out. And if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you get notified each and every time I drop a new video. WrestleManiac UK signing out, and I'll see you soon.